Hello everybody, my name is Ray. Welcome to the Evangelical Dark Web. Today we're going to be talking about the He Gets Us campaign. We're going to do a follow-up on that campaign because they have definitely updated their site since the last time we've discussed them. They've added some articles, and some of what they say is pretty questionable in their articles. Just the amount of subjectivity they leave on the main subject, and that main subject is Jesus Christ himself. So the He Gets Us campaign is this very high dollar campaign. They've had supposedly over $100 million spent on this campaign, and this campaign amounts to cringe YouTube videos that I could have done better in my basement for nothing. And the amount of engagement is tiny. We're talking like double-digit amount of likes on a video with over 2 million views and very little interaction. Now, this is a campaign that has, again, over $100 million invested in it, and it is preaching a very vacuous Jesus. So before we get into that, don't forget to like the video, also subscribe to the channel for more Christian news and commentary. So this is just what I wanted to point out on this website, is that some believe Jesus lived a perfect life. For others, that is a stretch. Either way, as we search for themes to share, it became apparent to us that Jesus set a high bar for himself and for others. He taught things such as love your enemies, forgive those who've intentionally wronged you, don't judge others. Easy in theory, tougher in practice. We realize it must not have been easy for him to have practiced what he preached. When he was mocked, surely he was tempted to belittle his persecutors. When he was betrayed by a close friend, he could have betrayed him publicly. Ultimately, when he was being crucified, he didn't condemn his accusers or executioners. He forgave them. That's not necessarily wholly accurate. Just because at the end of the day, where are his accusers and executioners in the eternal scheme of things? So there's a lot of things that are problematic in this. So let's start with the first couple lines, which are the biggest red flag. Is like, either way. So some believe that Jesus lived a perfect life. Others, that's a stretch. Either way. Like, what do you mean either way? If Jesus did not live a perfect life while claiming to be God on several occasions, he claims to be God on several occasions, and yet if he does not live a perfect life, then that claim is fraudulent. If he does not rise from the dead, that claim is fraudulent. So if that claim is fraudulent, if the central claim of Jesus that he is the Christ, the Messiah, the Godhead, if that claim is a lie, then nothing else Jesus says matters. It doesn't. Because if he claims to be God and isn't, then we can discard everything he says summarily. For instance, I don't care what Joseph Smith has to say because he's a false prophet. I discard him wholeheartedly. I don't care what Muhammad has to say. He's a false prophet. I discard his words summarily. Such would be the case with Jesus if he were just another Muhammad or another Joseph Smith. But Jesus is neither of those things. He is the Christ. He is the Godhead, the Son of God in the Holy Trinity. So Jesus lived a perfect life, and the fact that he lived a perfect life is part of the atonement that he did for us. It was the person and work of Jesus Christ that saves us. It's not the good teachings that save us. It's the person and work of Jesus Christ. And this whole campaign, $100 million on who Jesus is, doesn't explain who Jesus is. It's pathetic, it's vacuous, It's a kindergartner level of intellect. It's a waste of money. And who's it going to work with? I get that our society is more biblically illiterate than ever. But we became biblically illiterate by not teaching the Bible. Not by people being too dumb to understand words. So that's all I got to say about that. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the Evangelical Dark Web. If you really like this kind of content, head on over to evangelicaldarkweb.org/join. You can support this ministry for as little as $5 a month, or pay what you like as a donation on our system that's like a Patreon, but it's not a Patreon because Patreon censors Christian content. So if you want to support our ministry, go over there. Otherwise, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about what I think, and have a blessed day. I will catch you on the next one.